Right, Vioolsdrif, a town in the south on the South Africa-Namibia border, suddenly shot into the limelight after recording temperatures of over 55 degrees Celsius. Now, that will make the highest in the country. The South African Weather Service has since explained that this was a mistake due to a faulty sensor. But the little hamlet is still one hot place to be and did record the highest temperatures in the country in 1995. Our Graig-Lee Smith got to know the townspeople and joins us now to tell us how they cope with the sweltering heat. Graig-Lee, good to talk to you. You were telling me just off air now that at this present moment you're sitting at 38 degrees Celsius at 9:30 a.m. in the morning.
Good morning, Tony. Yes, it's forecasted between 38 and 40 degrees for today. We arrived here yesterday just after 11 a.m. and visited the town, spoke to some of the residents. In the smaller parts of Vioolsdrif here in the Northern Cape, they explained to us how this is nothing new to them. So for the visitors outside of the Northern Cape, whether it's in the Western Cape, Gauteng or any other province, many people come here and they're like, why is it so hot? How do we survive in the heat? And they've told us that they try to stay either indoors if they're not working, but they have adapted to the weather and to the heat. As you've just alluded now, today it's 38 degrees and that's the minimum. It can go up to 48, sometimes 45 degrees today, and they say this is just normal for them here in Vioolsdrif in the Northern Cape.
I can see right behind you there you've got the Orange River. I'm sure they utilize that quite a lot in that heat.
Yes, they do. So as you can see at the back of me, we have vineyards, we have small-scale farmers where they export fruits and veg and also wine. And this is actually a plus for the farmers here for all the exports that they have. They have just the right weather. So yes, although it's extremely hot, it's good for the crops, for the exports. They have at least 2 exports a year to the international countries to export wine, fruit and veg. So even though it's very hot and you need to stay cool and hydrated, it's good for the agricultural sector.
All right, fantastic stuff. Just quickly tell us about the little town itself, just how big it is, how many people actually live there. Is there a border post there?
Tony, it's a town just over 600 residents here in Vioolsdrif. It's on the border post here in Namibia, as you can see. The Orange River at the back of us. There's many people outside of the town who works in Vioolsdrif. So residents plus minus 600, but people outside of Vioolsdrif here in the Northern Cape come from Steinkop, Springbok and surrounding areas who also work in the agricultural sector.
All right, fantastic stuff. Listen, stay cool. We'll speak to you a little bit later on. That's our Graig-Lee Smith. They expected there to be the temperatures hitting about 38 degrees to 40 degrees Celsius today. That is incredibly hot. Let's move on.